What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Cheap Sense here. And I'm about to give y'all what y'all want. This is exactly what y'all be asking for. To be on the popularity train. I don't care for it, but if you want it, here it go. So, let me give y'all a top 10 list like everybody else is doing. Show you how easy this is. First off, I'm going to start this way. Number 10. Everybody talks about this fragrance, even me, from time to time. I can't deny that it's a great smelling fragrance. Performance is not the best, but it's great for a close encounter scent. Dolce & Gabbana the one. This is the EDT. Yes, I do own the EDP. Not that much difference to me. EDP is a little bit richer, but you get just as many compliments with this one as you do the EDP. Number 9. Everybody and their grandmama talked about this fragrance. I'm not particularly too fond of it because I had a co-worker that wore it to death, but I do own it. And it is from the house of Paco Rabanne, Invictus, everybody's favorite clubbing scent. Woohoo! Super sweet, juvenile. It is crowd pleasing, mass appealing. Women do like it. Number 9 spot. Number 8 spot. One I also don't particularly care for. It smells okay. Performance is not that good off of my skin. I can think of plenty other fragrances to choose from besides this one. Everybody fell on the hype train for this one. Even I did at one point in time. That's what made me get this one when I saw it. From the house of Guerlain, L'Homme Ideal Cologne. Yeah. Citrus-based fragrance. Throw in a little almond. People say it's mass appealing, it's crowd pleasing. I wore it, didn't get any compliments with it, but hey, that's not the main point. But it's on this list. Number 7. I like this fragrance. I do tend to overspray, which probably was the issue with this one with me. But it is mass appealing, it's crowd pleasing. Some hate it, some love it. It is what it is, but it's in the list. From Versace, Dylan Blue. I actually like Versace Pour Homme better than this one. That one I think is more of a signature scent worthy fragrance besides this one, but hey, that's just my personal opinion. Number 6. Lots and lots of people talked about this one also. Super hype fragrance. Performance isn't the best on this one. I can't speak for that because I've never smelled the original version of it before it's been reformulated. Whatever. But highly talked about fragrance. I do own it, and it is from the house of YSL. It is this guy. La Nuit de l'Homme. Super hyper, over talked about fragrance. I do think it's great for cool weather, close encounter scents, movies, dinners, stuff like that. But it is what it is. Just another one of them super overly hyped, popular fragrances. Number 5. I've never worn this one. I have sprayed it. I have smelled it. And I do love it. It's another one that deserves to be on the top 10 list. And it is from the house of Initio. This is Oud for Greatness. And this fragrance is one you have never seen me review. Because I'm not big on a lot of hype. I would much rather let a fragrance die down than to jump on the hype train with everybody else. And until that happens, you probably won't never see me review this. But it is a great smelling fragrance. The real true oud lovers always say that this fragrance has little to no oud in it. I've smelled real oud fragrances before, and I can agree to that. There is hardly any oud in this at all. But what you are left with is a very nice fragrance. This is different from anything I have in my collection. That's why it ended up on this list. Another fragrance, super hyped. This one actually came from Mr. Matt over at Georgia Gent. And this came in a trade. I gave him a bunch of fragrances. He gave me a few of his. This was in that box. Dior Homme Intense. Now, I actually like this one. I like the performance on this one. It actually lasts. It performs very, very well. Also, one of the ones that is always spoken about on everybody's list. Enough of that. Another one that is super hyped. This is not the EDP or the Parfum. This is the EDT. And I like this just as much as I like the other two. But this is another one that you can throw on, that everybody throws on their top 10 or top 5 list. Eau de Chanel. Like, these lists are really not hard to do. And I can do them easily. That's not the problem. But y'all seem to think Mr. Cheap Sense don't like to work hard. So I'm going to just show y'all that this is just that easy to just make a top 10 list. Granted, I don't have a bunch of editing. I'm not going through all of that. But hey, here's your list. Number 2. The top 2, everybody should already know. If you haven't seen them by now. The top 2 on this list. Dior Sauvage. Gots to be on everybody's list. Has to be. Crowd pleasing. Mass appealing. Everybody loves Dior Sauvage. Man. And I'm pretty sure y'all already know what number 1 is. Just like Elvis Presley, people say he was the king. This fragrance is supposedly the king. I don't feel that it is. I've stated that on several occasions. I've smelled this, and I've smelled 2 other batches of it, and I still don't get the hype of it. Everybody else does. No complaints here. If you like it or you love it, good for you. Hey, you know what it is. Creed Aventus. So, making a top 10 or a top 5 or whatever list isn't hard. You just grab whatever the most popular fragrances are that you have in your collection, throw them on a list, put it out there to the masses, and they just gonna suck it right on up. Anyway, I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.